All right, so you want to put on muscle really, really fast. Now, every other creator is probably going to turn this into like a 30-minute video explaining, what's the most optimal exercises, what's like the best things you can eat, like all of that. But I'm not here to do that. I'm just simply here to tell you how to get muscle, and a lot of muscle, as fast as you possibly can naturally without taking steroids. All right, so I have 3 points, and the first thing that you need to understand, which you probably heard 1,000 times, is you just gotta eat. You gotta eat, eat, eat. That's basically it, but I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth so that you guys can understand. Okay, so if you don't know how calories work, I'll explain it for you. So your maintenance calorie intake is the amount of calories that your body needs to stay at the same weight over like a period of time. Now, obviously, this weight fluctuates within days by like maybe a pound or two at the most, but as long as you're staying within about a pound, then you know you're eating in your maintenance weight, then you're not gaining weight or losing weight. So if you want to put on muscle and you want to put on a lot of mass as fast as possible, you're going to have to be eating in what's called a calorie surplus. You're going to have to be eating more than your maintenance calories. And the way that works is that, for example, you eat 300 calories more than your body needs to stay the same weight, then you're automatically going to gain weight. Now, to optimize how fast your body can use those calories to put on extra muscle is going to depend obviously on what you eat. Now, most people know that protein is the biggest thing when it comes to putting on muscle. It's the key ingredient to putting on muscle. So if you want to get muscle very fast, you've got to eat a lot of protein. Now, the recommended amount of protein that you eat in a day is about 30 to 35% of your total caloric intake. So say, for example, let's pull out the whiteboard for this, okay? Say, for example, your maintenance calories is 2,000 calories. This marker absolutely sucks, but all right, you got 2,000 calories there, okay? Now you want to go on a bulk, so you're going to bulk by, let's just say, a small bulk, like an extra 300 calories, okay? So now you're eating 2,300 calories in a day. And you want about 30 to 35% of those calories to be protein. All right, in 1 gram of protein, there's about 4 calories. So we have to take 2,300 and we have to divide it by 4. Divided by 4. And to make that now about 30% of your diet, we have to times it by 0.3. All right. So as you guys can see in this example, it comes out to be about 172.5 grams of protein a day. So you might be asking yourself, well, if I want to put on muscle super fast, obviously I'm going to eat more calories. Yes, you're obviously going to eat a lot more calories if you're trying to gain as much mass as possible. Now, the most optimal range to bulk in is like a 300 to 500 calorie surplus. Otherwise, it gets a little hard on your body and it gets hard on like your digestive system and whatnot. But this isn't medical advice. If you want to get as big as possible, then you're obviously going to want to eat more calories. The more calories you eat, the bigger you're going to get faster. So your question is probably, well, how do I figure out what my maintenance calories are so that I can go into an effective surplus and know exactly the amount of calories that I need to be eating, over my maintenance? Well, what you do to figure out your maintenance is one day I want you to wake up and I want you to weigh yourself. I want you to hop on the scale in the morning right after you, poop and pee, just let it all out. Anyway, so you're gonna hop on the scale in the morning and you're gonna record your weight, okay? And once you record your weight, you're going for the next 10 days, you're gonna be tracking your calories. Every single piece of food, every single, I don't know, whether you eat protein shakes, milkshakes, like any calorie, any pop, juice, you're gonna track all of it. Now, this will be tedious, 100%. This is definitely going to be a tedious task. But to bulk, if you really are serious about putting on as much muscle as fast as possible, you're going to want to do this. So by the end of the 10 days, on the 11th day, when you wake up, you're going to go to the bathroom in the morning again. Okay, and then you're going to weigh yourself and you're going to check your weight. Now, if you're within like a pound of your original weight on the very first day when you weighed yourself, then you know you're in your maintenance calories. If you're over, then you know you're already in a surplus and you're actually gaining weight with what you've been eating. And in that case, you're going to want to do it again for a lot of accuracy, but you're going to reduce the amount you're eating by maybe like 100 to 200 calories in 10 days. If you're not putting on like a significant amount of weight, then definitely just adjust it by like 200 calories and do it again for another 10 days to make sure. And once you pinpoint your maintenance calories, okay, the amount of calories that you have to eat to stay within 1 pound, then obviously you're going to want to go on a bulk and you're going to want to eat a lot more calories. Now, like I said at the beginning, eat, eat, eat. You're going to want to eat a lot of calories more than whatever your maintenance was. Like say your maintenance was 2,000. If you want to put on muscle and you want to gain weight super fast, you're going to want to at least go in a 500 calorie surplus over what your maintenance is. And like I said, make sure that you involve a lot of protein. At least 30% of all the calories that you take in a day should consist of protein. And remember, I already wrote this formula out for you. So just take a picture, write this formula down, whatever it is. This is the formula of how much protein you should be eating in a day. All your calories divided by 4 because that's how many calories are in a gram of protein, and then times 0.3 because that's the amount of protein you want to be eating in a day. All right, now the second thing that I want you guys to know that is super important if you want to build muscle as fast as possible. Now, obviously, you're going to have to be working out and doing the most optimal, not exercises, but I guess routine for working out. You're going to want to be working in the right rep range. Now, I'm not here to argue with anybody about, oh, you know, low volume is the best, high volume is the best for muscle building, this gives you tone muscle, blah, blah, blah. I'm not here to talk about all that. What I'm here to talk to you guys about is Jeff Nippard did a study where he took people that worked out with 3 sets in a 6 to 12 rep range, and then he took another group of people that worked out within the 15 to 30 rep range, also doing 3 sets. And by the end of the study, he concluded that both groups were developing muscle and growing muscle at the exact same rate. Now, in terms of practicality, I think it just makes more sense to do a lower rep range around the 6 to 12 mark, because why would you want to be doing 30 reps when you could just be doing 6 and getting the exact same results? You know what I mean? Now, big emphasis though on failure. You need to be going to failure during these sets, or at least very, very close to failure, with maybe 1 rep in the tank if you don't have a spot. If you're trying to build muscle, but you're literally just working out till mild discomfort, like Jack's Fit, you will not build muscle. He is a prime example. This dude is literally taking steroids right now. He is taking steroids, right? He has an advantage compared to you, and his physique sucks. Why? I mean, 1, he's not in a calorie surplus, and 2, I mean, the guy just doesn't know how to work out, and he doesn't work out to failure. All right, now the third thing that you need to know to grow muscle so fast it feels illegal is you need to be sleeping right. Now, I know a lot of people say this, and especially myself, I don't even take this seriously because I just have a horrible sleep schedule, and I'm more of a night owl than a morning person by far. But that doesn't excuse the fact that sleep is extremely important for recovery and to build your muscles. It's a super important part of the process. You want to at least be getting 8 hours of sleep, and try to make sure that's quality sleep. You know, drinking before you go to sleep and getting and going to bed with alcohol in your system is going to reduce the quality of sleep that you get, the REM sleep that you get. You know, sleep is meant to repair, replenish, and rebuild your muscles. So after you work out, right? You get a little bit of micro tears, and then your body in sleep uses the nutrients that you've consumed in the day to repair or replenish and rebuild your muscles. Now, if those nutrients aren't quality nutrients, then it's going to be harder for your body to use those nutrients and rebuild your muscle. That's why we say eat a lot of protein, because protein is the building block to muscle. So to summarize this video, you want to get a lot of sleep, get good sleep, at least 8 hours. You want to be working till failure in sets of 3 and be doing like 6 reps to like 30 reps, whatever your rep range is. Like I said, it doesn't matter as long as you're going to failure. And possibly the most important thing out of all of this, out of this whole conversation, is you need to be eating. You cannot gain weight if you're not in a calorie surplus. You need to be in a calorie surplus. You need to be eating. So find out your maintenance calorie intake, then do a 500 calorie surplus, 300 calorie surplus, whatever you want. But in this video, in this case, obviously you've clicked on it because you want to gain muscle as fast as possible. So you're going to be wanting to do a little bit more than 300 calories of a surplus, in my opinion. And then also eat your protein. Very huge. Those 3 things are literally the key building blocks to gaining muscle as fast as possible. You guys just gotta apply it, and yes, it is said way easier than it's done. I can 100% agree, and I can attest to that because there's plenty of times where I've wanted to go on a bulk in my life, but it just hasn't worked out because I get crappy sleep. I'm not able to hit the gym every day because I'm busy. You know, I'm not able to eat as much as I want because I'm also busy. Like, eating a lot of calories in a day actually takes time. To eat 5 or 6 meals in a day can actually take time. So I completely understand. But if you do have the time for this, it will be a breeze for you if you put your mind to it and you just stay disciplined. All right, guys, so I really hope this video helped you. I'm planning on making a lot more stuff like this in the future. Today we recorded this inside my house because my shoulder is actually injured, so I'm not gonna drive all the way to the gym just to record this. Might as well record it here. So if you guys really like this video and this really helped you, then definitely drop a like, and we will see you guys in the next one. Later.